Hi kids, let's learn about telling the time. Let's go! Hi guys, how are you? Why you look sad, Salma? Hi Nada, Salma's sad because you came late. Yesterday we agreed to meet today at 10 a.m. but you came at 10:30 a.m. Sorry, but I don't know how to read the clock to know the time. It's important to learn how to read the clock. No problem, Nada. I can help you to learn how to read the clock. Thanks a lot, Salma. It will be so kind of you. The clock. As we said before, that the long hand points at minutes and the short hand points at hours. So, here when the long hand points at 12, we say it in the analog clock, o'clock, and in digital clock means 0 minutes. So, how to read this clock? In the analog, here the short hand points at number 4 and the long hand points at number 12. So, we're gonna say in the analog 4 o'clock. And in the digital, we will write in the hours. In the hours, the short hand points at 4, so we're gonna write 4. And in minutes, the long hand points at 12 means 0 minutes. Next one, here the short hand points at number 6 and the long hand points at 12. So in the analog, we're gonna say it's 6 o'clock. And in digital, in the hours, 6. And in minutes, 0 minutes. Another one. Here, the short hand points at 9 and the long hand points at 12. So we're gonna say it's 9 o'clock. And in digital, in the hours, 9. And in minutes, 0 minutes. Last one. Here, the short hand points at 8 and the long hand the same points at 12. So, in the analog clock, we're gonna say it's 8 o'clock. And in digital, in the hours, 8. And in minutes, 0 minutes. Okay, what if the long hand points at number 6? So, we're gonna say it's half past the hours. And in digital means that 30 minutes passed. Let's solve some examples. Here, the short hand between the 8 and the 9 and the long hand points at 6. As it points at 6, so in the analog we're gonna say it's half past. Half past, the 8 or the 9? No, I will choose the number before, the 8. So, we're gonna say it's half past 8. And in digital, in the hours, 8. And in minutes, 30 minutes. Another one. Here, the short hand between the 9 and the 8, and the long hand points at 6. As it points at 6, so we're gonna say in the analog clock it's half past. Half past 9 or 8 or 10. We said that the number before, so it's gonna be half past 9. And in the digital, in the hours, 9. And in minutes, 30 minutes. So it's 9:30. Another one. Here, the short hand between 10 and 11 the long points at 6. As it points at 6, so it's a half past. 10 or 11, the number before the 10. So it's a half past 10. And in digital, the hours here 10 and the minutes 30. So it's 10:30. Last one. In the analog here, we're gonna say half past 1 or 2. Exactly, 1. Half past 1. And in digital, in the hours, 1. And in minutes, 30. Now let's solve more exercise. Let's go. Here, in the first one here for this, the shorthand points at 5 and the long points at 12. So it's what? It's 5 o'clock. And in digital, in the hours, 5. And in minutes, when the long hand points at 12, means 0 minutes. Another one here. The short hand points at 9. The long hand points at 12. So it's 9 o'clock. And in digital, in the hours, 9. And in minutes, 0 minutes. So it's 9. What about this one? Here, the short hand between 8 and 9. And the long hand points at 6. So it's half past 8. And we can say it's 8 and 30. Super. Okay, here draw hands. Here's it's half past 7. When I see the word half past, means that the long hand points at 6. So this is the long hand. What about the short hand? It's half past 7. So it will be between the 7 and the 8. Okay, here this one is digital. 1:30. 30 means that the long hand points at 6. And the short hand, it will be between the 1 and the 2. Like that. Okay, let's continue and learn a new thing. Here we have what if the long hand points at number 3. So we're gonna say in the analog, quarter past. Okay, and in minutes, we're gonna say it means that 15 minutes passed. What about here? Here, the short hand points at 9 and the long hand points at 3. So, in the analog, we're gonna say it's quarter past 9. And in the digital, means that it's 9 in the hours and in minutes, 15 minutes. Another one. Here, the short hand points at 6 and the long hand points at 3. So, in the analog, we're gonna say it's a quarter past the hours here 6. So, quarter past 6. And in digital, in the hours, we're gonna write 6. And in minutes means 15 minutes. Another one. Here, the short hand points at 12 and the long hand points at 3. So it's quarter past 12. And in hours, to write it in digital, we have 12, and in minutes, 15. Next one, here the short hand points at 1 and the long hand points at 3. So it's quarter past the hour here, 1, so quarter past 1. And in digital, the hours 1 and the minutes 15. So it's 1:15. Okay, let's learn new one. When the long hand points at 9, we're gonna say in the analog quarter 2, and means that 45 minutes passed. Let's solve some examples. Here, the long hand points at 9 and the short hand between 10 and 11. So to write it in analog means that I need just a quarter minute to reach to 11, but I still didn't reach to the 11. So it will be quarter to 11. I need just 15 minutes to reach to 11. Okay, what about the digital? The digital, I'm still in the 10. I didn't reach to the 11. So in the hours, I'm gonna write 10. And in minutes, 45 minutes. So it's 10 and 45. Take care, it's tricky. Another one. Here, the long hand points at 9 and the short hand between 11 and 12. The long hand points at 9, so we're gonna write quarter to. Okay, quarter to 11 or 12? 12, the number next, the number after. Or I need quarter hour or 15 minutes to reach to 12 o'clock. So it's gonna be quarter to 12. And in digital I still didn't reach to the 12. I'm still in the 11. So in the hours, it's 11. And in minutes, 45. So it's 11:45. Another one. The short hand here between the 5 and the 6. And the long hand points at 9. Points at 9, so we're gonna say quarter to. Quarter to 5 or 6. I just need quarter hour to reach to 6 o'clock. Or I need 15 minutes to reach to 6 o'clock. So it's quarter to 6. Just quarter hour to reach to 6. And in digital, I'm still at the 5. So 5 in the hours and minutes. How many minutes passed? 45. So it's 5 and 45. Another one. The long hand points at 9, the short hand between 4 and 5. So in the analog, we're gonna say quarter to. Quarter to 4 or 5, the number next. Okay, so the 5. Or I just need quarter hour to reach to 5 o'clock. Quarter to 5, analog. And in digital, the number before. So it will be 4 in the hours and in minutes, 45. So it's 4 and 45. Don't forget, when the long hand points at 12, in the analog, we say o'clock. And means 0 minutes past. When the long hand points at 3, we say quarter past the hours in the analog. And in digital means that 15 minutes passed. When the long hand points at 6, in the analog, we say half past the hours. And in digital means 30 minutes past. When the long hand points at 9, so in the analog it's quarter to, and means that 45 minutes passed. Now let's solve more examples. Let's go. Here, in the first one here, here the long hand points at 3, that's why it's written here quarter past. And the hours, the short hand points at 6, the hours. So it's a quarter past 6, super. And in digital, in hours, 6. And in minutes, 15 minutes. So it's 6:15. This one, here, the long hand points at 3 and the short hand points at 11. So it's quarter past 11. And in the digital, to write it in digital, in the hours, 11, and in minutes, 15. What about this one? Here, the long hand points at 9, the short hand between 1 and the 2. So, as the long hand points at 9, so we write here quarter to. Quarter to 1 or 2? The number next. Okay, so it's quarter to 2. And in digital, no, we not say 2. No, the number before, 1. 1 and what? And 45 minutes. It's 1 and 45. Here, draw the hands. The first one, it's a quarter past 6. When we see the word quarter past, means that the long hand points at, you remember? Exactly, at 3. Past 6, that's the hours. So the short hand points at 6. Here it's digital and easy. Let's see this one. Here it's quarter to 10. Quarter to means that the long hand points at 3 or 9. Yes, exactly, 9. And the short hand will be between the 9 and the 10. Okay. Thanks for watching the video. Bye bye.